Hallo mein Freunde und willkommen zurück. Oh, did I forget? Hallo mein Freunde und willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Dark. I think that's still hello. Welcome back to the next episode of Dark. I'm one episode into season 3, but I'm loving it. I already love like time travel and discussions around it, but the idea of there now being like multiverse theory is already something that I'm very, I don't know, familiar or somewhat prolific in, insofar as my reference is pre-existing pop culture and media. But I had some comments. These aren't on YouTube yet, of course, because Patreon people are oily to the party. Was looking forward to new episodes, edit after watching, love the discussion and all the details throughout the episode and after. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's one thing I try to do, is appreciate what I'm watching and also like discuss it for sure. Regarding popularity of the show in Germany, I'm under the impression the reception was quite the same as every place else overall. Hugely popular in certain circles, but not widely known. Suffered from exclusivity to Netflix, RIP, and from the unfitting advertisement strategy. Really? What was the advertisement strategy like? That's a shame, right? When there's movies or shows out there, so even today, where it's like Elio at the box office, Pixar's newest film, it's like a major financial flop. Pixar, I think on Twitter, was trying to blame audiences, like passive-aggressively, for not going to support original films.
Stop complaining that Disney doesn't make original stories if you don't show up to movie theaters and support them in the first place. Who said that? Oh my gosh. I thought I was the only one in my car. But anyways, there's a new original story. Look at that. From Disney Pixar called Elio. You should go ahead and support it. It comes out this Friday. So yeah, you should go to movie theaters. Thank you.
But also, like, marketing wise, from what everybody was talking about online, people were like, we didn't even know if it was coming. Like, even the new season of The Bear, right? That just dropped on the 25th of last month, and it's like the 4th season, and I saw like a trailer because of my social media algorithm, but it was a borderline shadow drop. It was undoubtedly recognized among the production landscape, as the actors involved ended up being cast together afterwards. For example, a drama series which cast the Charlotte and young Elizabeth actors again as mother and daughter. Or there's a well-known crime series which had adult Noah's actor as the inspector, and an old flame of his being portrayed by the actor of Stranger Jonas. That was odd to watch. Or The Privilege, if you're willing to brave a Netflix movie of questionable screenwriting, which has young Noah, Siljas, and another actor. A birthday present for my birthday? Happy birthday, Paul. I should have said, I remember I read your comment and I was like, cool, I'm going to comment happy birthday. And then I just didn't. I think you did really well to pretty much nail the scenario in Eva's world in your first watch. Well spotted, noticing the video transition as we leapt between the two worlds. Another clue, just as it's often raining in Adam's world, it's often foggy in Eva's. Oh, and about Eva. Just as Jonas starts to call himself Adam at a certain point in his character arc, Martha similarly calls herself Eva. They are mirror images of each other. How fitting and ironic, right? That it's like we're perfect for each other. We're a perfect match. Like this like destiny of being Jonas and Martha, but then also eventually turning into the characters of Adam and Eva. I'm definitely seeing going to be some interesting symbolism there. You also asked an excellent question about what happened to young Jonas in the timeline when Martha didn't rescue him, i.e. how did he survive the apocalypse and grow up to become Stranger Jonas? You'll have to wait a bit longer for the answer. I'm curious, man. It's good to know that I'm like actually following the show. It only took 3 seasons, but I'm like following the show and I'm like, wait a second. So how did so-and-so get, like, it wasn't something I missed. It's just a legitimate question. Remember what Claudia said to Jonas in the episode of Michael's suicide? Quote, I've seen the world without you. Believe me, it's not what you'd expect. End quote. Sounds like she's exactly right. Great job piecing everything together so far. In a season that confused people a lot more than the others at the start, I think you pretty much got everything you could. It's funny, season 2 and the family trees confused me more than season 3 and multiverse theory. Like, I'm kind of like, I'm in it. I understand what's going on, but I don't know why the family trees would, like, all the families of Winden would throw me for a loop, but I definitely plan to return the show for multiple watches in the future, if not to show my friends and family, you know? And you're asking all the right questions. How or why is old Jonas in 1888? In the version of events where alt Martha did not save young Jonas, what happened to him? Oh, wait a second. Did he survive? And if so, how? Rest assured, I think I just pieced it together. I think he survives the apocalypse, but it completely scars his body. I think that's what happened. But then how do we have Stranger Jonas? Perhaps Stranger Jonas is merely a product of young Jonas and because interesting. Now my brain is split in two because I was thinking, if I recall, Adam, the way he phrases it is he says, look, I'm an older guy, but I look this way because time travel takes a toll. And for one, I don't trust that guy as far as I can throw him, and I couldn't throw him very far at all. Adam never speaks straight and true, right? And it would make sense if how did he become a shriveled old ball sack of a guy? And that's if he like somehow was caught, if he was caught in like a nuclear disaster that ended the world, but somehow he survived, but his body is mutilated shambles of what it once was. That still doesn't answer how we have Stranger Jonas like relatively unscarred, aside from the neck and all that. You missed a small but funny Easter egg. I'm not going to spoil it unless you want me to, but you may want to watch again that scene at the beginning where Martha comes to school and they walk in the hallways together with Magnus and Bartosz. Oh, but is it death? Is it just death? More posters. Oh, why are the twins from The Shining in here? What? Bro, what? What? Are they part of the play? Is that the Easter egg? Why are how did I not notice that before? Love how excited you are now we're here and things get turning on their heads. So many what ifs and maybes to be had when you're trying to guess what's the same and what's different. Also, if I'm going out with friends in the dark woods at night, I'll bring a sidearm with me or something. So American, caught me proper. Yeah, what can I say? That's the thing, is that like I'll be the first to admit I do like guns, and I own several like handguns myself, but at the same time I'm very liberal leaning in that I don't think that, you know, sure there's the right to bear arms, but like I'm very much a proponent of for lack of a better term, gun control. Like before I got mine, the state I live in, Tennessee, no longer requires permits or registration, but when I was of age to get a license, I went through the firearm safety class, and I actually still have my physical carry permit, even though you don't legally need one anymore. I wanted to go through the proper channels of safety and education, both written and otherwise, like performance wise. All that being said, like I'll be the first to admit I like guns. It's fun to watch shootouts in movies and all that. I don't mind going out and like shooting them every now and then, but I'm also not one of your typical Americans who's like, hell yeah, you gotta have your concealed carry on you. You gotta make sure you protect what's your right and what's yours, and it's my right. I don't have like cowboy hero complex. Like I genuinely hope that I never have to like use the damn thing in a survival situation. That being said, yes, if my friends are like, hey, we're going to a cabin in the woods, do you want to come with? I'm like, sure, but I'm probably going to bring something with me. Like, people saying you can't take a break between seasons are ridiculous and impatient. What do you think people did when the show was airing? It's a very good point. I think that most shows, between episodes or seasons, most people retain a good chunk of the heavy details, but I appreciate the understanding. I'll do my best. Looking forward to this since I've actually never seen the third season yet. For some reason or another, it's just never happened. I watched a reaction to the previous 2 seasons to catch myself up with the plot once more, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I think I'll watch the 3rd season on here, actually. Will be interesting to see if we come to different conclusions. Word! That's so cool. I appreciate that. Hopefully, with this being your like virgin watch through, like your first time seeing the season 3, I know people get kind of picky about how much I pause and analyze, so I hope my experience won't interrupt the flow of this being your first experience, but I'm honored that you'd want to come along on this journey with me. Love that you mentioned BioShock Infinite in the description, one of my favorite games. Yeah, right here. I'm so excited because my partner, she's never seen like BioShock 1, 2, or Infinite all the way through, and I would love nothing more than to re-experience that franchise through her eyes. So at some point in the future, look forward to me eventually streaming it with her, because it'll be technically her first time. That's the really cool part about having a partner who loves media like you do but hasn't seen the same amount as you, is that it's all these opportunities for experiences to show and share it with them. And then because I empathically feed off of people's reactions in those kind of scenarios, it's almost as if I'm watching or playing it for the first time all over again. We're about to hop into this. If you're on Patreon, thank you so much for that additional layer of love and support. As I always say, now's as good of a time as any to join the Patreon. If you do, you get early access to all the content that I do like this, and I'm talking like weeks, if not months in advance for all the content that I make. The reactions you're watching are full, uncut HD, uncensored, plus access to my entire backlog content library, and also, especially in recent and coming weeks, Patreon exclusive series and movies and such that I'll be reacting to. I'd crack a cold one for the boys. Jesus. We cut back to these dreams a lot. It's Marta and, oh my. Ooh. Visions of what's to come as she's tending to somebody who's, again, similar to Jonas. Jonas kneeling over somebody covered in blood in his hands and whatnot. But Marta, wearing the same jacket, trying to tend to somebody she cares about. But I saw the St. Christopher pendant as well. Hi. Oh, she's still in 1888. Oh, is that the letter from Michael? I assume that's the letter that Michael wrote to his son before he himself. Oh, right, the survivors, right, because at the very end of the last season, as the apocalypse was about to happen, adult Jonas, instead of going off trying to, you know, commit some murder, he ends up being, he's told by, was it Claudia? No, he's told, but these are the ones that he saved. Hello, mein Freunde.
Das kann nicht sein.
Frandas.
Du lebst.
Well, someone's excited.
Das ist nicht Martha.
Not the Martha you know. Good enough. Close enough.
Was soll das hier?
Bin ich Martha. Ich habe versprochen, das alles wieder gut zu machen. Dass ihr nicht sterbt in meiner Welt und ich nicht sterbe in eurer. Dass das alles endlich ein Ende hat.
How? How could she possibly fix all of this? Bring it all to an end. So you say. All right, which universe are we in? The Survivors. September 22nd, 1987. The Goonies. Can I even say that? LED Velful Lunren Radio. Velunren Radio. Velfuluren Radio. There's because I've been speaking more German and trying to like, I've been showing off in front of my partner and like trying to, I've just been speaking it more since I'm watching this show. My phone has started, my algorithm, Instagram, e-girls is and like stuff like that. I'm sure you can tell by me and the nerdy gooner mentality and whatnot. But I'm getting these like German VTubers now, and there's one where it's like, the German is not a hostile language, and then she does like translations because the people on Reddit or online will be like, it's such a violent language, and then it's what was it? What are the technical terms for an ambulance? Was like the Krankenwagen or something like that. It was like, she's like, we don't say that, but you could technically, and she's just like, the und Krankenwagen. It's just, open up your loving arms, want some. Classics. Wait, so she's in 87 right now. Interesting. Is that not Katharina?
Hier sind Ines und Michael Kahnwald. Wir sind nicht zu Hause. Nachrichten nach dem Piep.
Oh, I see.
Dietmar, die Deutsche Bundespost. Ich versuche sie seit 3 Monaten zu erreichen.
The house has been unoccupied. I forgot. So Katharina wanted to go back to 87 to get her son back. So she's back there now, camping out where her son's staying, sleeping in his bed. Because of course it's her damn son. She's like missing him, right? So Katharina is in Inez and Michael K's house back in 87. Missing for 3 months. But now he's missing? Wait, did I miss something? That is that's Mikkel, yeah. Interesting. Oh yeah, there's the little, see, I love this is environmental storytelling. This is how that you're not overly expository, but just based on simple visuals and like little, just trust your audience to extrapolate what's in the frame. You see, she wakes up in the house and you're like, okay, she's here. We've established the year. Why would she be here? Remember what her prerogative was, what she said. And then in this one quick scene right here, the window's been broken next to the doorknob. So you can tell that, okay, well, clearly she broke in here looking for her son. Nobody's been here for 3 months. Voicemail, answering machines, missing posters. You can extrapolate all that information without a single, well, aside from the voicemail answering machine, without a single line of dialogue being spoken. I appreciate that in terms of show don't tell storytelling. Oh.
Ich denke, ihr habt das Richtige getan, auch wenn der Sarg leer ist.
Or was that mods in the missing poster? But the missing poster, copies of them being in Inez Conwald's house. I'm not sure about that.
Wenigstens habt ihr euch.
But we're actually having a funeral for
Steht
him.
aneinander.
I recognize some of these faces.
Wenigstens haben wir uns. Jetzt können wir Hand in Hand vor einem leeren Sarg stehen und endlich abschließen.
Damn. And if I'm not mistaken, based on the timeline that we have, because that's mods, right? So that's got to be, that's Jan. That's Jana Nielsen, if I'm not mistaken. And with the mustache, who had the affair walking over, that's Tronte. The gentleman that's sitting next to her, though, I feel like I've seen his face before, too. It's not Herman, no. That face is too wide.
Sag ihm, wo du warst, als Mats verschwunden ist.
Yikes. Uh-oh. The truth comes out. That face. Have we seen that face before? His face looks so familiar. I'm sure he's somewhere in the timeline of things. I feel like I've seen him before, but I don't see him cropping up anywhere. Perhaps it's time to stop with the brand.
Gefickt hat sie. Während mein Sohn verschwunden ist, hat Claudia Tiedemann gevögelt.
Yikes. Oh, shit.
Wenn du nur genauso viel Energie darauf verschwenden würdest, wie du dafür verschwendest, deine Geliebte zu finden, dann wäre Mats jetzt vielleicht wieder da.
Yikes.
Keine Ahnung, wovon du redest.
Can barely even look her in the eye, huh? Oh, does she have evidence? Oh, does she have receipts? Oh, yo. Where is Claudia Tiedemann? I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna head out. Nuclear power plant head missing. But wait, so weird. But no, she went missing, but then and that timeline happened, but then she returned with the information she had, did she not? Or is this before she returned and rectified the timeline? But now this is the implication here, is that she's missing, and I guess that's his bag, right? Or I'd assume it must be his bag that she dumped out, and there's all these newspaper clippings of Claudia. The day her father... Oh, wait, that's right. So she... No, she vamoosed. So she can't... That's right. She went missing. Okay, so I thought... My assumption was that she went forward in time to get more info, more dirt on the future. And she sees these newspaper articles about how she went missing. So my assumption was when she went back to her time, those newspaper articles wouldn't exist anymore because she's back in a timeline. Like, she saw a timeline where she wasn't there, went back, and so those newspapers wouldn't exist and history would be different. But I forget, she went back in time and then tried to like save her father. That didn't work, and so the white devil incarnate commits manslaughter, accidentally, what do you call that, patricide? She accidentally kills her father, or pushes him over and leads to his death. And then Jonas shows up and is like, all right, well, future you has educated me, so now I'm gonna take you and we're gonna go do the thing. And after she accidentally kills her father, then she disappears. And so that's clever, because in those newspapers do exist, that timeline still exists, and she's still, I guess, gone at least for 3 months. Oh, wow. September 22nd, 2020. So this is like right after the apocalypse happened. So Claudia also missing 3 months. Interesting. Now, the apocalypse happened, what was the date? I'm sure I wrote it down at the season 2 finale. June 27th. Okay, so the apocalypse happened on June 27th, 2020. June, July, August, September. Happens to be 3 months, almost 3 months. Interesting. Almost 3 months since the apocalypse has occurred. Now the 3-month timeline is coming up a lot in the past and present. 33 years, 3 months, a whole lot of threes, huh? So now we're bouncing around. We were on September 2nd, 87. Now we're on September 22nd, 2020, which is almost 3 months after canceling the apocalypse. This is just fun to track all this and figure out the mystery, man. Oh, society is still kind of intact. Global. French scientists believe our world stood still for a fraction of a nanosecond. But literally, so I mean, it was quite literally a global apocalypse. That epicenter was Winden, but it affected everybody. All this all just speculation. Oh, there she is. So 80s Claudia is wandering around. What'd that say? She's taking care of somebody. Tamoxifen? What is that? A medication primarily used to treat and prevent breast cancer. It works by blocking the effects of estrogen in breast tissue, which can help prevent cancer cells from growing and spreading. Also used to treat other conditions like Albright syndrome and to induce ovulation. So she's using that preemptively on, what did she, wait a second. Either it'd be, this is Claudia, wait. This is Claudia we're talking about, right? Regina. Is she using this on her daughter right now? Because Regina is the one who gets cancer. Who the hell is she treating? Oh, wow.
Wie geht es dir?
I see. Crazy. That's right. She did find her. Yes, she's trying to treat Regina. Imagine having cancer in the goddamn apocalypse.
Ich bin zurück, bevor die Sonne untergeht.
I don't think pills are gonna cut it. I'm sorry. That's rough. Trying to save her daughter. Interesting. Did what's her face survive? Or Peter's got a whole beard now, huh? Right, because he made the hard call and picked, and you know, he only had one of his daughters with him and was like, I don't know where your mother is or where my other daughter is, but I'll save you if I can. Because that is Elizabeth, right? If I'm not mistaken. Not Francisca. Francisca was taken by adult Jonas as one of the survivors that's now in 1888. But now Peter is hanging out in his now sister's trailer. I don't know if his sister survived though. Somehow, I don't know. Just living in a trailer, I doubt it. But now it's Peter and Elizabeth surviving. What was the I feel so bad. I always forget. What was un momento, por favor? Surely Bernadette. Oh, that's right, it's alphabetical. So I assume Bernadette didn't survive. Oh. Everybody's wearing the same damn, like, raincoats. What is this, like, Last of Us Part 2? Being followed by Ellie right now. And now we've got the military setting up. It is like Last of Us. We got what's left of the government. Okay, there always have been two of the nuclear smokestacks. Military checkpoints.
In 5 Tagen wird hier alles dicht gemacht.
Damn.
Die haben angeordnet, die Sperrzone zu versiegeln.
I mean, it was kind of the epicenter. But I guess it wasn't nuclear, right? Because there's no
Warum tun sie ihr das an?
threats of radiation. Maybe there are. Makes sense, though. But from what we've seen in the future, the military are only able to hold on so long. Or I guess maybe that's when the battle of light and darkness that Adam talks about. Male figure, I think.
Du kommst aus einer Parallelwelt.
Everybody's so smartly dressed now.
Ich stumm bin.
I'm mute?
Und Jonas nicht existiert.
Wait, I'm mute. Hang on a second. Wait, I thought... Oh, that's right, that's the parallel world. I'm mute instead of my sister. I was getting confused for a moment.
Bereits tot sind, weil deine Welt genauso untergeht wie unsere. Das ist doch Bullshit. Ich bin nicht tot.
I'm not dead. What? Yeah, but it's a parallel world, dude. Denial. Bro's stuck in a river in Egypt.
Wie hast du uns gefunden? Woher wusstest du, wo wir sind?
Yeah, very good question.
Jonas hat es mir gesagt.
Oh, wait. No, I was wondering how he got here. That's the answer. So how did adult Jonas got here? So that question's answered. Adult Jonas took all the friends to 1888 because there they are, the survivors. They went to 1888 from 2020, right as the apocalypse, like right before it happened, and saved them in the nick of time. So that's one answer down. Now the question is, how does younger Jonas, how does he survive the 2020 apocalypse to go on and do any of this? And in this like final timeline we witnessed, you know, Martha, future Eva, saves him and brings him to her alternate universe where he doesn't exist. But in all the other timelines, what happened in the original universe, what happened to him?
Ich dachte, es gibt keinen Jonas in deiner Welt.
Ist gereist. Von eurer Welt in meine.
Du lügst. Ich war nie in deiner Welt.
Not in your
Hast du
timeline.
den Brief geschrieben?
Was willst du wirklich?
Whoa.
Hat Adam dich geschickt? Womit bist du gereist? Ich will wissen, womit du gereist bist!
See, his paranoia is more than warranted, by the way, because he's been played around with and tooled so much, and all these people he's met in his life that have told him, yes, I have the answer. Go do this. Go prevent this. Go talk to this person. And time again, Jonas has been used, manipulated, lied to, literally by himself as well as others. So of course he's going to be distrustful of the situation. It's just another trick. What? Top hat and all.
Ihr seid spät dran heute.
Scrooge.
Die Maschinen laufen noch nicht.
Interesting. This an old townhouse?
Ihr habt Besuch.
Interesting. He almost looks blind. What the hell is he? Oh, I think he is blind.
Sie sind also der Grund, warum sein Gemüt heute noch schlechter ist als sonst. Lassen Sie sich nicht von mir abschrecken. Leute erzählen, dass ich mehr sehe als die Sehenden unter uns.
Dude's nose is like as big as my dad's. That's crazy. Dude's got a schnoz on him. Sorry. And now we're just traveling through time. Yes. Now we're back in 87.
Kennst du diesen Jungen?
Oh, she was printing them off. Okay, I see. An old man in 88. I figure he's the one that's backing them. He's the one that's financing whatever they're working on right now. But if it's the Tannhaus estate, that tells me eventually we're going to get a connection. Like maybe it's his son, H.G. Tannhaus. Ooh, see, things are going to come together.
Ulrich.
Sup?
Kennen wir uns?
Weißt du vielleicht, wo dieser Junge ist?
Vielleicht hat Urin jetzt doch geholt.
The madman?
Was für ein Irrer.
Fass mich nicht an, du Pestbeule.
Typhoid Mary.
Ich dachte, du wolltest heute nicht kommen.
Whoa.
Katharina?
Culture
Zu
shock.
spät zu Geschi.
You remember all this? Do you remember this? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Crazy. Ghost walked over your grave, huh?
Die Alte tickt nicht mehr ganz richtig.
Damn.
Welcher Irre? Welcher Irre?
Maybe the madman got him after all. The madman as in Ulrich that came back
Aus der
here.
Klapse ist diesen Sommer eine ausgebrochen.
Ah, yep, it's Ulrich.
Versucht Michael mit in die Höhle zu schleppen.
Oh, she's gonna find her
Und in der
husband?
Zeitung.
Whoa!
Und von Ulrich.
Yo. She's like, I know who you are, Hannah. I remember you. You keep your paws off my man. Crazy. She's like, that was weird, but okay. Damn. Just galvanize her further. But we already know all this has technically already happened. We're just fulfilling the prophecies of the timeline. Oh yeah, I'm right. It is Tronte.
Ich habe das alles schon der Polizei erzählt.
And of course, he can use under the, because he's a journalist, right? He works for the newspaper, which one makes sense why he has all those newspaper clippings and articles because he works there. He's, if I recall correctly, but also two, it gives him a good excuse to come back here and keep trying to like investigate and report and all that.
Das soll für die Zeitung sein?
In der Woche vor Claudias Verschwinden ist dir irgendwas aufgefallen.
Sie hat immer so viel Wert darauf gelegt, wie sie aussieht. Aber in der Woche,
She was disheveled.
sie hatte Sachen zweimal an.
She
Hat
never
Termine
wears outfits
vergessen.
twice.
Es hatte alles was mit der alten Frau zu tun und dem Hund.
Bro
Sie
was
war ein paar
like,
Tage bevor Frau Tiedemann verschwunden ist da. Hat gesagt, dass der Hund ihr gehört, ihn dann aber nicht mitgenommen.
oh, I remember that when she showed up to the office.
Frau
Old her
Tiedemann
showed
eben
up.
irgendwie
Arrgh.
anders.
What's always so interesting there's people that you never would think, like in the present, in the 2020, and then in the future and the past and all this, people you never would think would get caught up in the time travel, the multiverse, or the investigations and all that, like end up all getting pulled into it one way or another. Who is that again? Tronte. Wait, no, Tiedemann. No, not Tronte. I'm an idiot. That's Tiedemann. That was just older. Wait, no, hang on. No, wait, Tiedemann? No, that was Tronte. That was just old man Tronte. He just looked different, having a bit more of a beard than a stash, right? No, because we got Egon Tiedemann. Then we had the kiddo. Wait, am I confusing myself? That's how he would have looked. That was way back in the day. No, that's Nielsen. That is Tronte Nielsen. In his timeline, just picture him with just the stash. Yeah, same guy. So this is now the board we kept seeing. This is the bunker board we kept seeing in season 2, and now Claudia's putting it together. And there's Regina. Yep, she's slowly working on it. So that's who built it to begin with. So 87 Claudia in 2020 after the apocalypse is the one who began assembling the family tree board, which cuts us back now to these are all killed people or just dead people in body bags. What's Peter trying to investigate? Oh, all the people that died in the apocalypse? Benjamin Voller. We have, wait, is that the Voller we know about? With both eyes? Or I guess one eye's not working anymore? Wait, so we got a Jane Doe, we got Voller, and we have Jürgen Obendorf. Right, Eric's father. Is there a death date in here? Trying to read the handwriting. Interesting. Oh yeah, Alexander. Clausen? No, there's Voller. Oh, so that's what the military checkpoint is. It's a list. It's for anybody who's trying to confirm who's been confirmed dead. You can go into the military barracks here, and they have a whole list of all the bodies recovered after the disaster. I see. It's almost like a memorial. Ah, we're gonna close all this up soon. And he's like, why would you put her through all of this?
Entschuldigung, wir suchen Frau Ende 40, blonde Haare.
My wife.
Mädchen 17, rote Haare.
Wenn sie nicht an der Wand sind, dann sind sie nicht hier.
I see. So Peter's trying to find out what happened to Franziska and Charlotte, of course. Charlotte took off on her own to Jesus, kind of selfish, but I get what she's trying to do. So she ran away from the family and took off back to 87 looking for Mikkel. And then adult Jonas went back to the house while Magnus, Bartosz, and Francisco were all there and saved them from the apocalypse by whisking them away to 1888. So their family, the rest of Peter and Elizabeth's family, is currently scattered and lost in time. Something tells me Peter's not going to make it, but we know Elizabeth ends up growing up to become the leader of that one faction of like I don't want to say cultists, but they certainly have a doctrine they follow from what we saw at the beginning of season 2 when Jonas runs into them all. Surely she recognizes Jonas, right? They're not dead. I mean, it is good news in that sense, but I think we know that they never find either of them. They did, yes. And now we're back in 87. Claudia and her father both missing.
Hey!
Whoa.
Der Mann aus der Psychiatrie. Warum haben Sie mir nichts davon gesagt?
It's gonna be crazy.
Dachte ich jetzt, Sie können noch so oft Sie wollen hier reinpoltern und Informationen über den Aufenthaltsort von Michael Kahnwald fordern. Sie werden sie nicht bekommen.
Im Sommer hat jemand versucht, meinen Sohn zu entführen.
You mean Inez's son?
Weder können Sie noch einen Nachweis erbringen, dass Sie tatsächlich die Mutter des Jungen sind.
Seit 3 Monaten hat ihn niemand gesehen. Dieser Mann aus der Psychiatrie. Meine Mutter hat mir davon erzählt. Vielleicht hat das ja wieder versucht.
Der Junge ist nicht verschwunden. Das Jugendamt kennt den Aufenthaltsort von Ines und Michael Kahnwald. Nach dem, was im Sommer passiert ist, hielt man es für das Beste, dem Jungen eine Auszeit zu geben. Der Irrer ist zurück in der geschlossenen. Wenn ich Sie noch einmal hier sehe, nehme ich Sie in Schutzgewahrsam.
Wie heißt denn der Mann?
I mean, I'm surprised he gave her anything at all, but I guess he's at his wit's end, like trying to get her off his back. So after the events of what happened that last summer, I see. So after Ulrich, like older Ulrich, stuck in the 80s, broke out and tried to get his son back into the caves. He was redetained. So then the police decided protective custody for both. I mean, it makes sense. And then to the public, makes it seem as if they're just missing in general. So that way, like Ulrich wouldn't have, or anybody for that matter, like herself, wouldn't think to like go looking, or like nobody to claim that nobody knows where they are for their own safety. But she's gonna go to the asylum and try to find her husband. Which should be tricky, because if I'm not mistaken, Hannah's also gone back to this timeline. And funny enough, she's incidentally followed Hannah to the 80s. And Hannah, I think she was given hungry eyes to that, like, what was the chief of police or whoever that guy was, I forget. I think it might have been, she was making goo eyes at, I think it was Daniel Kahnwald. Oh, is that Daniel? Well, that's Daniel that's from the 50s though. Oh no, that's right. Wait, she went to the 50s and found. Yeah, she went way back in time. So Hannah Kahnwald is even further back in time. So if she stayed in time and then got with Daniel Kahnwald back then. Oh, isn't that funny then? Kahnwald. Oh, it's gonna get tricky. Yo, she's with Michael. What is that? So she's both, and then she marries Michael. So she's both married to Michael by blood, but Michael is also Daniel Kahnwald's what? That'd be grandson, great grandson. I'm sorry, the timelines are just throwing me off here. But then if she went back in time and then got with Kahnwald, dude, oh my god. So that means that there might be a situation in which Katarina runs into an older Hannah Kahnwald if she's in the 80s here. This make him see the family timelines where I get confused. That's what makes my head hurt. Assuming Hannah decided to stick around. Is that the dog? That's Regina, isn't it? Chilling with the dog. Regina. Yeah. Does she know that he was having an affair with her mother?
Ist das dein Hund?
Hat meiner Mutter gehört.
Can I give you a
Soll
lift?
ich dich mitnehmen?
Crazy how involved he's like getting with this family, not just current family. Oh yeah, there's the birthmark.
Ich glaube, deswegen hat sie ihn auch behalten.
It is Gretchen, as we know.
Glauben Sie, dass das Verschwinden von Mats und meiner Mutter, dass das was miteinander zu tun hat?
It sounds like no. Well, actually, the mod situation, perhaps, yes.
In der Woche vor ihrem Verschwinden hat sie dir mal etwas von einer alten Frau erzählt. Etwas über mich erzählt.
Oh. Does she know?
Steig hier vorne aus.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'd be a little bit uncomfortable too.
Wenn du irgendetwas brauchst.
I can be surrogate daddy if you need anything. So weird. The amount of people that like get tangled up with families that aren't their own, and then Their priorities become inappropriate and skewed. So we're doing less universe hopping, more timeline travel right now. But now we're back in 2020, yes? In a survivalist bunker. Cesium. As Claudia continues her investigations. And Time Machine.
Mein Name ist Claudia Tiedemann. Ich bin eine der wenigen Überlebenden der Apokalypse vom 27. Juni 2020. Aber das Gottespartikel, wenn wir es stabilisieren können, vielleicht ist es ein Weg zurück.
So this is how her journey begins then. So now in the far future, 87 Claudia in 2020 wants to stabilize the God particle, travel like Samurai Jack style, travel back to the past. Travel to the past and, quote, save everyone. Well, I think one version of you does eventually. Well, like, I think after each cycle, she realizes that it's not working, but now she's working with Jonas to try to, like, do the incremental changes as like the older version of herself ends up attempting to do. But she also guided the younger version of herself. I think Claudia becoming a partial catalyst with Jonas to try to break the cycle by making small deviations ultimately is also a bootstrap paradox in itself, as far as I can tell. But that's also, it can't be though. I think part of her path is a bootstrap paradox in the reoccurrence, the cycle that has been perpetuating. But I guess after enough cycles, she's able to figure out how to create a deviation that we saw, the little small touch, the one grain of sand, so to speak. And that'll break the paradox perhaps, or break free from it. I don't know. I'm really curious to see what the answer to all, how it's all solved. It's a puzzle that I would also need multiple cycles of many decades to try to figure something out here. And they're just searching, yes? Ooh, interesting. You gonna find a dead Martha on the floor? With a Geiger counter. It seems relatively, aside from the dust, it's actually pretty put together in there. Broken windows, of course, we saw that. Bloodstain on the floor from where Martha was. Someone's moved Martha's body, though. I guess that'd be the military, right? Or someone else. Oh, who's been following? Is that Noah? Oh, yeah. I love how I was like, oh, it looks like Noah, is it? And of course the show is like, hang on, cue his theme song real quick. And I'm like, yeah, it's Noah, for sure. Only one man / boy has that theme song.
Ich suche Nahrung.
Are they armed? Mama and Schwester? Shyster? I almost said Shyster. I don't know if he knows sign language, but he knows enough to figure out what she's trying to say. Cave.
Was willst du hier?
Does he know him?
Fragst du?
Oh, no, okay. I mean, yes, he is.
Ich hab dir gesagt, wir wollen nichts mit dir zu tun haben.
Okay, I see. So he does know who he is.
Du willst sie beschützen. Ich weiß. Das will ich auch. Getötet wurdest.
After you were killed. I see. I will protect her. Machine Factory, Tannhaus. Now we're back in 88. So gussied up now. I gotta say, not that I'm opposed to more modern fashion trends and all that. It's always very interesting, cool outfits, etc., etc. I do low-key miss a time when everybody was about like the suits, right? Everybody was like, you know, even casual wear was like, well, put on my slacks, my suspenders, a tie, or rather a cravat perhaps, and then like even like casual was just like you would work in a suit, or you would work in like a vest and like a button-up shirt and just be all dingy in that. I kind of miss a time when people like, instead of it like being, oh, you know, like jeans and a tank top or something, like, I don't know, like I'll wear just about anything if I can make the outfit work, that type of deal. But I do kind of miss that. It's kind of like, you know, missing when traveling on an airplane was meant to be viewed as a unique situation. I think I've ranted about this before. I get traveling for comfort. Like if you want to wear sweatpants on an airplane, so be it. I get it, long flights and travel. But back in the day, people used to be like, ah, yes, you know, well, it's an aeroplane, of course. We have to make sure we're all in my finest attire. Get the 3-piece pinstripe and all this. And now it's like people are cutting their toes in the aisle and eating like sardines and shit. I don't know, but that's how my brain works. But I do like the suits and the formal attire. I know he's not wearing a suit, but you catch my meaning.
Es tut mir leid, wegen Jonas, seitdem wir hier sind.
Had some time to think about things.
Ist anders.
Wie seid ihr hierher gekommen?
Wir sind gereist, genau in dem Moment, als alles hochgegangen ist. Er wollte nicht hierhin.
All very last moment.
Der Apparat ist leer.
We need more
Nicht so
cesium.
einfach, 1888 an einen nuklearen Brennstoff aus der Zukunft zu kommen.
Go figure. So you're trying to invent another way to travel? Doesn't she have the orb though? What does the orb take for fuel? Like, doesn't she have a way? I get why she would keep that a secret, but we know that's probably how she got here from the alternate universe. But does it also work in different universes? I mean, clearly it does. But so she has a way to travel around if she needs to, if she still has fuel left herself.
Was ist das? Die Werkstatt. Der Blinde. Weiß wer ihr seid?
How much do you want to tell her?
Komm mit.
Oh, he's gonna show her. I see.
Ich muss dir was zeigen.
And cut away.
Die junge Frau, ist sie eine von euch?
Die junge Frau.
Eine Reisende?
Okay, old man is aware. Ooh, look at that. This is like a handsome fella right here, honestly. I know nothing about him. He could be pure evil for all I know, but the cane, the ring, ooh, okay. Dude's all good. Yeah, I mean, dude, if you're in 1888 and you have enough capital to finance a machine factory, and you probably have an established, like, yeah, this guy's got it made in the shade over here. He found them.
Was auch immer diese Frau für dich bedeutet, vergiss nicht, was wir erschaffen werden. Das Paradies.
We are going to create paradise?
Eine perfekte Welt.
He's talking like Adam.
Sigmundus.
Oh my god. The origin of it all. His cane even says it. I was about to say he sounds like Adam. We are going to create paradise. But Adam is Jonas, is he not? But this guy is talking like Adam. Who are you? Is he the founder? Starts the society back in the day? And Jonas knows who he is, but he probably hasn't said, oh, I know what that means. I know who you are. But maybe this guy's the founder. This guy starts the society, and then Jonas, like, has to reluctantly become the head of it. Interesting. Now we're back in 87 again. Good luck.
Entschuldigung, kann ich Ihnen helfen?
I'm looking for somebody. What's your policy on visitors, huh? Who is this? Helen Albers. Do we know Helen Albers? Hang on, just so I know, because she clearly seems shaken up by it. No results. The name clearly has her shaken up, though. Hannah Gretchen. Why do I know that name? It's not on the list.
Ich möchte jemanden besuchen.
Does she have the pendant as well?
Kommissar?
Sure.
Kenn ich sie irgendwoher? Kommt mir irgendwie bekannt vor.
I feel so bad. I should know that name. Please fill me in.
Ist mein Mann.
Sie sind eine von denen. Eine von den Frauen, die sich irren oder inhaftieren
oh
sollen, weil sie draußen
God.
vermissen ab. Ich habe Schichtende. Kommen Sie morgen wieder.
Das ist der heilige Christophorus.
Ah, it is the pendant. The St. Christopher pendant.
Der Schutzheilige der Reisenden. Er hat dem Teufel abgeschworen, den Schöpfer der Welt getragen.
Meine Mutter hatte auch so einen.
Oh, my mom. Whoa, what?
Ich bin einen sehr weiten Weg gereist. Lassen Sie mich zu ihm.
Well, let him through. Is he gonna recognize her?
Er ist gerade aus der Isolation. Meine Kollegin lässt sie dann raus.
Crazy. Hey, hubby. I think after this whole fiasco, he truly realized his mistakes, because you even saw it. Hannah went to go see him back in the 50s, and the first thing he was like, you know, he was like, oh, sure, of course I love you and all this, but he was asking about his wife and his family. I'll talk about the ultimate punishment for your infidelity and wandering heart and eyes and all that. Now, will he I assume if he recognizes his own son, he'd recognize his wife. Oh.
Katharina.
Oh, yep, 100%. How? Is he gonna apologize? Oh.
Ich hol dich raus.
How? Damn, ride or die over here. Oh, what is, like, Trant gonna be like? Excuse me? Is it Trant in the office, or is it gonna be Claudia? And we're still in 87, yeah? I like how all these people at a time are all, like, tinkering around, doing their own things, their own prerogatives. Oh, shit. The unknown. Oh, you leave her alone.
Entschuldigung, was machen Sie hier?
Someone behind the door. Yep, there you go. What did she do wrong?
Was wollen Sie?
You've seen too much.
Im Wachdienst?
Tust du nicht.
What did she do? I never noticed they're also all dressed the same. Yasmin.
Richtig? Und alle Teufel sind hier.
Strangling is your way of doing it, huh? But what did Yasmin do? She just saw too much? You bastard. He already knew about her. But they're trying to find Claudia, her research. I'm curious, like, The unknown is clearly tied to this, and they're currently in what we know as the Alpha universe, and they're searching through time. They went back to the 50s. I believe it was it's the 80s. He's in the 80s, him, they, it's all one person. All like both young, adult, and old versions of him. They went back, went to Burnt's mansion, and it said, you kept a skeleton key for the power plant. So grabbed his access, murdered him. Now they're in the power plant. Yasmin sees them searching Claudia's office. They're looking for something. She gets in there. I guess she knows and she's witnessed them, so she's got to be taken out. So then the unknown murders Yasmin for the talks about the one, talking about hell is empty. What is it? Hell is empty. We are here. Trant returns home.
Irgendwann musst du dich entscheiden. Für uns, gegen uns.
Hab Regina gesehen. Sie ist groß geworden.
Hab mich all die Jahre gefragt.
Oh, is Regina his?
Claudia hat nie gesagt, wer der Vater ist.
Confirm. So there was also an affair. So there was an affair already. So wait. So Claudia's Regina's father is Trant Nielsen. There was an okay. That's what it sounds like. I mean, it also explains the way that he was looking at her and like why he was trying to inject like, oh, how's your mom doing? If you ever need anything, I'm here to help. Oh, is he gonna leave her? Or well, we know they are still together in the 2000s. Oh. And now we're back in 2020. What, Noah shows up, I bet? It's not gonna be Claudia. No. But the beard. Is that Peter? Is that Helge? Who is that? Oh, shit. Oh, your real father shows up. Trant has survived.
Es tut mir so leid.
Were you gonna kill your daughter? Yeah, it sounds like he's about to kill his daughter. Jesus, you're gonna smother her?
Dass es der einzige Weg ist, dich zu retten.
Who? Jesus. Who told you that? Now we're getting crazy. So for the audience benefit, we get a revelation. Oh my god. So for the audience benefit, we get the revelation that Tranta is Regina's actual father. Then he shows up here after the apocalypse and like takes her out and says, she said it's the only way to save you. Who is she? But now she's interested. She's gonna go to the caves and look at try to find Noah. Yeah, I think we're both kind of on the maybe not the exact same level, but we've both gone through it, haven't we? The Triquetra. Although if he's read the journal, I think he might know. But it sounds like he's not going to answer, which tells me that he might unintentionally push her away, which would explain how, like, then she's going to want to go after Noah for answers. It's very upsetting for us both. Okay. Time again, and now we're back in... Oh, back in the future. It's been a minute. September 22nd, 2053. Somebody in a previous video said something about the photo. Maybe it was on YouTube. The Charlotte Elizabeth reveal. Right. I hope you... Here it is. I hope you look at the picture at the start of the episode again. You heard Charlotte is Elizabeth's daughter and her mother and wrote it down. Later on, you got confused. You also wondered about the link between Noah and Elizabeth, and you said Noah is Elizabeth's grandfather. Technically correct, but not the most significant link. Noah is Elizabeth's grandfather, but not most significant. If you know Noah is Charlotte's father and Elizabeth is Charlotte's mother, what does that make Noah and Elizabeth? Noah is Charlotte's father, Elizabeth is Charlotte's mother. That would make Noah and Elizabeth like a thing, yeah, right? Noah is Elizabeth's grandfather in the same way that Elizabeth is her own grandmother. Yeah, in case this wasn't already confusing enough, by the way. And Charlotte is also her own grandmother. And I suppose Noah is also Charlotte's son-in-law. Oh, the photo that Elizabeth's looking at 10 minutes from the start of the episode is of her and Noah as a couple. That's Elizabeth? That's Elizabeth. I guess it's Elizabeth grown up, huh? That's crazy. That literally, this hurts my head. This like breaks my brain. That like what Noah and Elizabeth somehow get together and have Charlotte. But then Charlotte also ends up also having Elizabeth. The photo Elizabeth's looking at 10 minutes before the start, Her and Noah as a couple, they are holding their baby Charlotte. As we know, Charlotte eventually grows up and marries Peter, and they have a daughter, Elizabeth, who ends up with Noah, etc., in an infinite loop. So Elizabeth is Charlotte's mother and also her daughter. What we don't know yet is how baby Charlotte ends up with her grandfather, quote-unquote grandfather, H.G. Tannhaus. Baby Charlotte ends up with her grandfather, Tannhaus, eventually. Yeah, I get it. I get it. This is very helpful. I appreciate it. I get it. But crazy. So Elizabeth here is looking at an old photo of like her old flame because she gets with Noah and has Charlotte. But this is Charlotte. That's Charlotte looking at this. That's Charlotte Doppler just with her hair back, yes? Oh, so Charlotte found Elizabeth in the future. Well, we saw Elizabeth looking at this photo first. Then Charlotte finds her in her group. So she found one of her daughters. Or she found her daughter, rather. But now it's an older version. Boy, oh boy. I'm picking up most of what it's putting down. But there's still some things that I'm like a little bit... still, it's not 100% crystal clear. Daughter of mine. Damn. And now we're back to what, 87? Yeah. Well, I like that watch. Oh, Jesus.
Räum den Tisch auf.
Oh.
Du sollst den Tisch aufräumen. Muss man dir immer alles zweimal sagen.
Wait. Young Katerina. Okay, we knew Katerina's father was Herman Al... Oh, that's where... I typed in Albers. Oh my god, I thought I typed in Albers. Did I not? Wait, when I went up here and I typed in... Oh, did I type in Albers or Helene? No results. Oh, that's what a fucking... Okay, well now I'm seeing this. I like how I typed in Albers into the search and it couldn't bring up Herman. Is he not in this list over here? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. How is he on the timeline, but he's not in a character on the actual list there? But he's right here. I can't even click on him. There's just not much there. But he was the farmer, right? Or we saw him in a flashback. Katarina Nielsen. Yeah, we knew that her father was... Wait, so Katarina's father is Herman. We just never met her mother, but her mother is then Helene Albers, who was, yeah, with her back in the past. Why is she beating her daughter like that? Jesus. She had quite the experience. Met her daughter from the future today, unknowingly. But I'm sure she felt like a... Do this dance. I'll be back. Damn. Peaceful, at least. But it was her mother. I didn't view the timeline properly. I was looking for the wrong name. But as far as she's aware, she doesn't know that there's no way to find out she was smothered. She just assumes she succumbed to the cancer. Regina and young Alexander, aka Boris, right? Trant chooses to stay with his wife even though he's had an affair. And we found out that Regina is you call that an illegitimate child, right? And even knowing that, yeah, she's gonna go to the cave looking for answers, get caught up with young Noah. That's how. Who's currently digging out the... No, that's in 80... No, he's currently working on the tunnel. The cave. Okay, so that makes sense how Elizabeth links up with Noah in the far future, but there's still time travel shenanigans. And Martha has left to go do what? She's also in a cave? To Sigmundus, I see. Oh, that's what Bartosz wanted to show her. The old Sigmundus society underground. But who is the unknown? So many little pieces. How long has Sigmundus been around for? Oh, that's right. And we know from in the future when Adam is like sending Jonas back to stop his father, not really. We see an older version of what it was. Was it Bartosz and Katerina, or Bartosz and Franziska, or was it Magnus and Katerina? I think it was Bartosz. No, sorry, Franziska, right.
Der alte Tannhaus ist der einzige, der von ihm übrig geblieben ist.
The only member left, old Tannhaus. So this place existed before even 1888. It's been around for a while, and I guess was eventually resurrected with new blood. It sounds like.
Sein Vater war davon überzeugt, die Gesetze von Raum und Zeit außer Kraft setzen zu können.
His father. Is this old? Wait. His father was convinced Adam? Is Adam this guy's father? Is Jonas related to the Tannhauses? It's all connected in this like...
Sie haben versucht, eine Zeitmaschine zu bauen.
Jonas versucht, die Dinge wieder so zu bauen, wie sie gesehen hat.
Right.
Er war schon mal hier.
Right.
Nicht jetzt. Er hat dich vorhin etwas gefragt, ob Adam dich geschickt hat.
Right.
Er hat gesagt, dass Adam Martha getötet hat.
Er hat es euch nicht gesagt.
He didn't tell you guys? Jonas is Adam?
Er ist Adam. Jonas.
Oh, and now here we are. Alternate universe. We're at the very end.
Aber unser Ende.
Our end knows us.
Erlösung.
How'd you get that scar?
Wir können uns der Illusion, aber unserem endgültigen Schicksal
Adam and Eve.
entkommen wir nicht.
This like the anti-Sigmunda society here? Oh, does she have a family tree built into? Adam had his own of all the... Oh, yeah. All leading to infinity. Whoa. Heinrich Tannhaus, Gustav Tannhaus, Leopold Tannhaus, H.G. Tannhaus. Hanno Tauber? Who the f is Hanno Tauber? Helge Doppler's parents are Greta Doppler and Anatole Helge Doppler, Dila Schmidt, Egon, Doris Tiedman, Bartosz, and Celia Tiedman to Hanno Tauber again. The Tiedmans have Tauber, and Tauber's also over there. I like how it's very similar to the timeline we've been working with. All of them connected to the infinity here. And over here, the alternate universe. Similar, but some differences, I assume. So, similar but different. Interesting. There's many names that I know and some that I don't think I know too well. Crazy, though. I'll have to study the sheet a little bit in between episodes.
Und trotzdem laufen sie auf den gleichen Moment zu.
They all converge in the same moment. Agnes and Tronte Nielsen.
Nicht auf die gleiche Weise, gleichen Zeit.
They may not happen in the exact same way, but they will
Dass eine Welt
happen.
ohne dich eine bessere ist. Mikkel wird sterben.
Mikkel will die.
Alle werden sterben.
Everyone will die. Even without you, everyone will die.
Apokalypse geschieht in meiner allerdings bereits in 3 Tagen.
Oh. In my world, that's just in 3 days. 3 days from, like, old her? Is that what she's saying? Like, the younger version of herself is trying to find the inception of it all to stop it all. But if this older version of herself has already been through the whole rigmarole, she already knows all this? Did she fail in her mission? Well, geez, yeah, I definitely want to go back and restudy that timeline. So now that we've seen that timeline, does that mean that... Ah, yes, confirmed. So confirmed that Tronte Nielsen had an affair with Claudia Tiedman, and Regina Tiedman is Tronte's daughter. So H.G. Tannhaus's great-grandfather, because his father is Leopold Tannhaus. These old names, Leopold. But that's Gustav Tannhaus. But we've seen the names now. We've seen these names, but we have no idea who they are. Helge gets together with an Ulla Schmidt. Whoever the hell Ulla Schmidt is Peter's mother. I didn't immediately recognize the name, but my second run through the timeline, I saw Albers here. So we met Helen Albers. We met Katerina's mother, who also worked at who, funny enough, works at the same psychiatric hospital where Ulrich is being still held in the 80s. Okay, well, we are 2 in. We have 6 more to go before we wrap up the entire series. I think I'm still picking up what they're putting down, but if there's anything I missed or any revelations that I misinterpreted, I think I corrected myself most of the episode. I was able to like saying the wrong names or not picking up on a name. That's all I gotta say for that episode of Dark. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're on Patreon, appreciate that additional love and support. Of course, now is always a good time to join. I mean, I always say that, but you get early access to all my content weeks, if not months in advance and early, plus full uncut HD uncensored, full HD video accompaniment to go along with that, movie commentaries for the higher tiers, plus Patreon exclusive shows and content that I watch, commentate on, react to, and some couples content that's already on there, but also coming out in the future. But that's all I gotta say for now. Stay tuned for the next episode of Dark. Have a good day, have a good night, and as always, goodbye, travelers.